There's, there are people who ask me, what happens when I am that I am? In other words, what happens when I sit in the place where I am? And I like to explain this phenomenon right now. Okay, the first thing to know is that when I'm in the place of the I am, I've just noticed the intensity of the presence. This means that everything is presence. Meaning I could sense I am, even in the table that I'm looking at. I could sense I am in the mountains and every person that I see. There's no distinct separatedness. There's no separatedness between one person to another. It looks like everything is me. That's how it feels like, or that's how it is like when I'm at I am. Okay. And I'm still seeing the world I lived in. I'm still seeing everywhere, everybody. In other words, the thoughts have not closed off. But the presence has totally pervaded over everything, so that I am is in the thoughts as well. And it's everywhere. So that's why many times I said, there's no need to actually dim up your thoughts. There's no need to do that. A lot of practitioners tells me that they have to dim up the thoughts so that they could go into a state of peace. And then while they're in peace, they could sense the presence. But I often tell them, I said no, because the presence cannot be found without a thought. The thought is a compass. You need to resonate into every thought. You enter into the thoughts itself. So you see thoughts everywhere. But every thought is I am. There's no distinction between self to self. But everything is self. That's the difference between I am and self. The problem with self is the separatedness of self. So because people feel that they have the self and the other party have the self, so what they do is they push down the other party's self to push themselves up. Because of the separatedness of self, you have a tendency to elevate yourself and push the other guys down. Yes, but I am is presence everywhere. There's no separatedness at all. I can see the whole world as it is, but everything is me. So I don't dim out the thoughts. The thoughts are still moving, but they are different in the sense that there's no separatedness in the thoughts. I'm just one, and there is only one, and there is no one else but me. Do you see the point I'm trying to say? You see, what is happening is that a lot of people are saying, I have a self, and I need to lower myself when I become more holy. No, and I need to lower myself so that I can discover God better. self is an impediment, it's an obstacle to godliness. That's what they say. But please remember, their definition of self is a separated self. That's right. So when self is separated, you have to do that somehow, because it is an impediment to oneness. Right. But when I am in the presence, when I am, there I am is, then everything is presence. Even my thoughts is present. I don't find any illusion whatsoever. I am the reality. You see, when you are not where I am, you will discover that your thoughts are all illusions. And you want to escape from your thoughts and go into a place without thoughts. Because you know that thoughts is an illusion, so you want to get out of the thoughts. But I don't get out of thoughts. As I said, I resonate into the thoughts. So when I resonate into the thoughts, I'm seeing the thoughts all around me. And they are no longer illusion. Because I can feel presence, all of it. Everything is me, the reality altogether. And that's why God said, I am that I am, and there is none besides me. I am the only one. There's no such thing as an illusion when you sit at I am. There's no such thing as an illusion, because everything is now real. It is an illusion only when you hold on to a separated self. And that's about a lot of the spiritual practitioners. They couldn't understand what I'm trying to do. When I told them that reality is me and there is no illusion whatsoever, for all is me. But they kept telling me that self is an illusion. Self is a problem. They keep telling me that. And you must get rid of the self. Your I, they say. But I told them that the separatedness of the self is only because you never get into the presence. The minute you enter into the being, the one being, everything becomes real. It's unbelievable. It's a miracle. So before you get confused, I want to say that it is the separated self which is the problem. The I am, which is the presence of beingness, the big self, if you call it, is not the problem. The I am encompassed everyone. You see, I am in everybody. And that's reality. But the self that is separated, that is an illusion which you can throw away if you like to. But as I said, you don't need to throw anything. The reason is simple. The minute you're able to resonate into the thought and into the observer, gosh, self no longer exists as a separated entity. It's just a big self that encompasses everything, and it's all real. Wow. The reason why everybody is getting confused is because they're trying to get rid of their self, and they're trying to get rid of the thoughts by dimming it out. That's right. They're pushing down the self, and they're sidestepping the thoughts, And that's what they thought is the way to the truth. But I kept telling you in my videos, that's not the way. The way is resonance. You have to observe your thoughts. You have to observe your observer. That's right. But you have to move in step with your thoughts and the observer. They must match in frequency. This is called resonance. And it's the only way to enter I am. Many people couldn't do it. And I myself couldn't do it. If it wasn't for the fact that the angel kept telling me, continue with observing of your thoughts. It may sound very meaningless, of course, but just keep observing your thought. So I did that. So after a very, very long time, 10 years, I discovered that right within the thoughts and right within the observer is the breath, is the centrality, is the one life, is the presence. And I cannot get there without my thoughts. I only get there by resonating my thoughts and resonating my observer. It's magical. It's a miracle. I wish I could explain further. It's awesome. Look very carefully at the experiment you just saw. Notice, ask yourself a question. What is that force that actually moved the ball upwards? When there were different frequencies, there was no such force. The two tuning forks were vibrating, but there is no such force. But how is it that when the frequency matches, mysteriously a force began to appear that pushes the ball much further than it was originally? What is that mysterious force? And when you conduct the experiment between two tuning forks, you can see that force. That's fine. But now, you are the observer inside yourself, and the thoughts is around you. But when you resonate with the thoughts that is all around you, from the observer, which is right where you are, is a miracle. Why? Because I, the awareness, is resonating with all that I am creating. Wow! What kind of resonance is this? It's a total miracle. And this is exactly what the Bible says. The I am meets with the I am. That's why the Bible describes God as the I am that I am. So before I close the video, I want to say and emphasize that the people who tells me that self has to be removed because self is offensive and self is the problem that mankind is facing because self is a troublemaker and because of that self has got to be removed. For me, I say it is a wrong approach. Why? Because self is a mirror of the big self. right? There's a big self. And this self is a mirror. So why should I get rid of the mirror? What I need to do is simply resonate into the mirror. What I need to do is to resonate into the self. Not get rid of the self, but resonate the self. Secondly, the space-time that we're having, the things that we are seeing in this world, again, people are telling me it's all an illusion. So remove it out of my mind, it's a pure illusion. I kept telling, no, cannot. Whatever I'm seeing out there is a mirror. Is a mirror of the true self, of the big self that is within me. So why should I get rid of that space-time? But what I need to do is to resonate into space-time, resonate into the thoughts. That's what I need to do. I don't get rid of them, I resonate into them. And why? Yeah. So this whole world that we're living in, together with space-time and the self, they're all mirrors, right? Mirrors. But they're only mirrors because we haven't found the presence. The minute we found the true presence, the true I am, with the separated self and the space-time, all will become real. They are no longer mirrors, but they will return back to the reality I am. And this is where we enter the promised land. The land that I promised. Let me give you the last illustration. You close your eyes, and what do you see? You see images, right? After some time, you close your eyes. Where's the image? They're not there. You can't find the images at all, but they're in your mind, right? True. So in a way, they're illusions, but they're not exactly illusions you need to get rid of. Do you know why? Because they are projections from your own mind. Isn't that right? Okay, so they are mirrors. They are not just images. Being a projection, they are like a compass that directs you back to the projector. If you don't have the mirror or the images, you cannot find the projector. So you need this projection to lead you to the projector. That's the very important point. So the way to do it is by matching the two frequencies. That's right. And they lead you to the center. But many people are very disturbed by those images. It's true. Because of the images, like people are hurting them, or because of the images which are disturbing their mind, like they're getting worried of what's going to take place. So what they do? They throw away the images. They dim out the images. They cancel the images by a new thought. That's right. They use positivity to say. Right? So what's happening is that you are canceling your images. But that's the wrong thing to do. Because images are projections of yourself. No, because images are the projections of what is within you. Why must you cancel those images? Just because you cannot handle those images, it doesn't mean that you should cancel it. Got it? You see something that is not good to you. And so what do? You blame on it. You see something that hurts you. So what do? You say it's the demon. You see something good that is coming to you. You say it's the will of God. You notice what you're doing? You cancel the images. You describe it in a different way. You refuse to accept the images as they are. And that's the problem with everybody. And many people cannot handle themselves. So let me explain again. Somebody is telling them that they are bad guys. So what do? Because they cannot handle the self, they immediately say, I'm a good guy. You know, I did this because of this and this and that. So you must understand I'm a good guy. So you notice what I'm trying to say? They cancel the images that were presented to them in the mind. They use another falsified images to cover themselves with, got it, I'm a child of God. Got it, I've done good things in my life. I'm holy. You see what is happening? They cannot handle the self, and as a result of it, they cancel it. And too bad to tell you, some philosophies, some religions is telling you, throw away yourself. Just because you cannot handle yourself, throw it away. They're telling you that. No, please, my good friend. The self that you are facing is your mirror. Be kind to it. Accept it. And although it appears very terrible to you, right? Accept these images as yourself. Like me, for example. You see, I don't put on my clothes. I let people see me bare. And the reason is, they are images of me, right? They're mirrors of me. And without the clothes, they express a better mirror of me. Got it? Same with you. You don't cancel. You don't beautify your image. Don't have to. Be gentle with yourself. Accept them as they are. Return home to what is you. I think I've explained it very clearly to you now. I know the images disturb you because they are like soft. They kind of disturb you. No doubt, they're illusions, no doubt. But they are clues. Clues to the singularity that springs them out in your consciousness. That's the point I'm trying to say. So when you do the resonance, you actually go into the center. And that's where you discover the reality of everything. So my good friends, I've urged you to subscribe to the video so that you don't miss them. You see, there are many terms that I've used in this video which you don't quite understand. Isn't that right? Yeah. But as you follow me in my videos, you will get to know the full philosophy that I have in me. The travels that I meet in and out of my consciousness. The mystery of me. I don't know why, but it seems like it happened to my life, and so I want to share them with you. So don't miss the video. You notice a door. You can open this door and discover the inside of yourself. I have people here who actually stubbornly follow my videos, every video of mine. I know it sounds the same, but it's not exactly the same. It comes with a different perspective. My whole objective is to bring you to the place where you are. Allow me to do that. Subscribe to the video. Thank you.